Hi, my name is Marcia Adrian, and I'm a chemistry professor here at Northeast Lakeview College. My goal today is to tell you a little bit about learning communities at Northeast Lakeview College. A learning community is a group of students who are enrolled in 2 or more of the same classes. So here at NLC, we try to join 2 classes that kind of go together towards a major. So for instance, nursing majors, we have a learning community that's between chemistry and biology. So in chemistry class, I might teach you about things that happen in your body, and then in biology, she takes those same concepts and applies it to different microorganisms in biology. We also have one between speech and nutrition, and they do a lot of research in nutrition and write a research paper about it. They then use that same research and then give a speech about it. So we try to make connections between both of those 2 courses so you can see how they relate to each other.
I would say that what really makes a difference is the way the assignments are combined together and how we can work in both classes on the same assignments, basically. We just switch them, basically. I take speech and English, but the professors kind of work together with it.
It's they have all so one teacher has a day that they teach, and I learn more from that, you know, than when I first got into class. I thought, okay, I'm gonna have 2 teachers. They're both gonna be talking to me like 30 minutes, and they about to just squeeze as much information as possible. It wasn't even like that. It was more of like they're taking the time and effort to put in, you know, to make these PowerPoints. You got to sit there and, you know, you just got to absorb as much information as possible.
It's different in the sense that they're combined and I'm able to take back from one class and transition it to the second class. The environment's a little bit different. The fact that some of it's in class, some of it's online. I really like that it can carry on to the next course as well. That's my favorite part.
Traditional courses, you know, when you go to college, you're in, you're out. Like you're not necessarily, not in a rude way, but you're just like, you're trying to get what you're trying to get done. Sometimes you'll like associate or talk or ask for help for people in your class. But in a learning community, you're with them longer than you are with a person in one regular class. So
with the learning community, you're with the same group of students throughout multiple courses. It comes in handy versus taking individual classes, 2 individual classes.
I don't know, it's been really helpful. It's been helpful in understanding how speeches work and how nutrition works, so I can integrate them together. So it's not like I'm confused about how the body works and then I have to go make a speech about it. It was really, really helpful in learning.
Definitely, because there's some ways that mine was over BPA. So BPA is something that is popular in political type things. So you have to get that across in a paper and a speech. So you research it in different ways, maybe in political articles and maybe a nutritional article.
Out of a week, you just form those relationships, and you have, like I said, automatic study groups. They're just there for you to study with. I also really enjoy that the professors communicate so much, and so you're able to, you know, if something's going on in one class, the professor will make sure, a major test, a major project, the professor will make sure that we kind of put that off to the next week for that one.
Whenever you're like in a student, like in a course like this, you become friends with a lot more people, you know, and like better friends than you would in, say, a traditional course. Like a traditional course, you'll maybe sit next to the person next to you, and you know, you might say, hey, did you do this problem, or did you do this assignment? And you know, just that's pretty much all the conversation is. And in a community learning, community course like this, you almost make friends, you know, with everyone around you, and you can, you know, just have a good time, but also still ask them the same questions you would as in a traditional course.
It's all cross-curricular, and so we're looking at how things in chemistry according to our body, and then in microbiology how these things are causing infections in our body and things. So it's all coming back to them making sure that we're seeing that instead of us having to see it. If I were taking the same 2 classes without a learning community, I would probably put those 2 things together, but that would have to be something that I would have to do on my own instead of my teachers really making sure that they're pointing it out for me.
Right. The learning community classes, like I said again, they connect pretty well. And I like how they connect through diversity with, no matter if you're black, white, Asian, and it connects in that way, male or female also. It also connects to math classes, history classes, and that way, and that helps us with each other working with each other at the end of the day.